Hi, and welcome to Learn with PosterMyWall. I'm Lisa. Today's free class is Create Quality Social Media Content Faster and More Easily. This week, our guest is Sarah Morgan, and she is the marketing coordinator at Buttermilk Kitchen, which is a farm-to-table Southern brunch concept restaurant in Atlanta, Georgia. Sarah has developed her own system to create ideas for irresistible social media content really quickly, really easily. And today she's going to share that system with us. And she's also going to show how she uses it to generate content ideas and to keep her content on brand and organized. If you're looking for a framework to streamline your content creation and scheduling process, this class is for you. As a bonus, at the end of the class, we're going to share a link that you can use to download Sarah's social media calendar template. We're also going to share a promo code, so please do stick with us to the end. If you like this video, please share it with others you think would benefit from it. And if you'd like to see more of our PosterMyWall educational videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. So let's get started. So welcome, Sarah. We're so glad you could join us today.
Hey, I'm so happy to be here.
So Sarah, please tell us about your content planning system.
So I've gone through so many different types of planning, and I feel like I finally found a more efficient system by using like a calendar and making my own template. So yeah, I feel that it really works well these days. Hey everyone, today we're going over some easy steps for planning some Instagram content. So a little bit about me, my name's Sarah Morgan, and I'm currently working as a marketing coordinator for a small brunch restaurant in Atlanta, Georgia. This is an example of some of our content and what our food looks like. The restaurant's called Buttermilk Kitchen, and I'm responsible for managing our social media accounts, designing creative content, and reviewing analytics to prompt some sales strategies. So moving on, this is an example of what our feed currently looks like. A little bit more about Buttermilk Kitchen is that our general mission is to nurture customers with wholesome local food and a smile. So our feed is, I've tried to create a feeling that is very centered on our mission and talk about how we source sustainable local ingredients from surrounding Atlanta and how important that is to us. So I try to convey our friendly atmosphere, but also that this is a space for family and friends. So I also try to have a consistent color palette, a consistent look to the feed. So you can kind of tell here that we have a lot of warm tones like browns, yellows, beige kind of tones of the food. And then we also have our branding colors of different blues. So diving into brand voice is very important. So we'll look at that today, and we're going to curate a guide that helps you plan your social content. This will help you plan quick, effective content that you need to think of how your brand will act and appear across social platforms. This is where we will decide on common themes and how our brand voice will showcase the mission statement and curate content for an audience. So as we're getting to know our brand voice, I like to ask these specific questions to help you personally understand your own business and how you want it to be perceived to your audience. So the first question, I'll just give examples of my answers for Buttermilk Kitchen, and it's restaurant specific, but you can apply this to your specific business, doesn't have to be a restaurant. So starting with the first question, what is the purpose or goal of your business? And I have that Buttermilk Kitchen is A kitchen where most everything is made from scratch. We pay tribute to its name, Buttermilk, which refers to the liquid repurposed after butter is churned. And we also offer sustainable ingredients and curate a local foodie experience. So that's the answer to the second question, what we offer. I kind of jumped ahead. So ask yourself what you offer, and ours is very simple, that we offer local food and a cozy experience. And jumping to the third question, how do you want your customers to feel when they interact with your brand? Buttermilk Kitchen is simple, creative, and accessible. We want it to be a very welcoming restaurant, and we also want people to feel that when you eat at Buttermilk Kitchen, you not only support us as a local business, but you support your community because we source a lot of ingredients locally. We also believe you deserve to know where the ingredients come from. And we are making it just an approachable brand. And so the last question you want to ask yourself is who you're attracting, and kind of imagine the typical person, or try to imagine your audience of who you think would be interested in your brand. So for us, it's definitely a space to share with family and friends, and kind of a casual experience. So once you ask yourself these questions, you can kind of start to, I would suggest handwriting it or typing it out, and then kind of go through and analyze what keywords pop out to you. And these are some examples of keywords that pop out for Buttermilk Kitchen's branding. So starting with the first one, I'll kind of go over a little bit of what I mean by all of these words. We're approachable, and we want to be a relatable brand and not really come across as like a lifestyle magazine. We don't want to be like too formal on our feed. So we try to have a mix of professional photography, that we hire amazing photographers to take of our food, but then also some more amateur photography that captures a more like genuine look of the atmosphere. And moving on to the word community, we try to make a lot of posts that thank our loyal customers. We have a lot of regulars that come into the restaurant, so we try to highlight candid moments that other people post about the restaurant that we will repost. And we also just try to make posts that connect with our audience. And we also have a friendly vibe, and we also try to highlight our team, like whether it's the front of house and back of house in the kitchen. And I think when the audience sees who works there and like how much fun we have and how we're like a small staff, but we're kind of like a family, I think it helps our customers connect with us and the people who are making their food. And so that's where we kind of like to show behind the scenes clips, or just to create like an inclusive, welcoming everyone with a positive demeanor and kindness. And also to be friendly when we're talking to people through like DMs or on comments and stuff like that. And the two last ones are very important as well. We're chef driven, which means that the menu is driven by Chef Suzanne Vizethin, and she uses a particular style of Southern American comfort food. And we also want to give off the tone that everyone who is involved in producing the dishes is intentional and invested in providing wholesome food, and that it's scratch made. And so the final keyword that I have is refined simplicity. This specifically describes the food, and it's meant to be a casual but intentional tone. We utilize thoughtfully sourced ingredients for every recipe and feel that's important to showcase this and educate our customers on why we care about different ingredients and where we source it from and stuff like that. So once you kind of decide on these, you can really think about what these words mean to you, and that will help you plan your captions. So when you are organizing your content themes, you want to take your keywords and use them to, you want to take your keywords and put them in a calendar document that I will share with you guys at the end of this course that you can basically have these to look at while you're planning your content. So when you see these themes, it helps you just efficiently plan and kind of get through a bulk amount of planning when you're sitting down to organize that. And I also like to start at the end of each month. I look ahead to the next month and kind of look at, oh, what national holidays are coming up, what small holidays like National Pancake Day, or just there are so many tiny, like for example, National Pancake Day, there's tiny holidays that it helps you create content for your business. So if you're a restaurant, there's probably a National Burger Day, or it's just depending on your brand. I would Google what holidays you can post about specific to your branding. And also, if your business has any specific events, you need to add those to your calendar and kind of take that into account while you're planning your social. And this is sometimes unrealistic, but I try to get ahead, the most ahead as possible. So because we're a restaurant, things change all the time last minute, whether we have a new special or a random event that's coming up. So ideally, it's nice to be at least 1 to 2 weeks ahead on social content, just so you don't feel any sort of stress. Or I always feel that when you're planning content and you're trying to be super quick about it, sometimes you don't have the time to be more intentional. And the goal is to be intentional with your content to connect with your audience. So the more ahead you are, the better. Let's see. And then, so this is an example of how I took those keywords that I talked about and put them into a posting theme. So it doesn't matter what day of the week you put it on or if you repeat posting themes, but this is something that's on my calendar template that I look at. So on Monday morning, when I'm like starting the week of planning, I look at all of these and kind of go through each of the posting themes. So I look at on Sunday, I want to talk about a menu item and whether that is talking about the ingredients or the specific dish and kind of showcasing that item on the menu. And then on Monday, I have a theme of posting about a retail item. So we call our retail portion of the restaurant the pantry. So it's a way of talking about how customers can take part of our restaurant home with them and make biscuits and pancakes at home with our products. And on Tuesday, I do another repeat of a menu feature. And Wednesday is where I talk about a behind the scenes moment, whether that's in the kitchen or in the front of house, maybe taking a video of the servers, like taking food out, or someone in the kitchen cooking a pancake. And Thursday, I'll also repeat another classic menu highlight. And it's not always just a picture of a burger and me talking about what's in it. Sometimes a menu highlight could be, hey, we get our butter from this really specific vendor in Atlanta, and we want to talk about how amazing their production is and how great their product is. And that's why we use it for a restaurant. So you can kind of play around, and it's really just these themes are there to help you as kind of a jumping off point. And so you don't sit down to plan content and have no ideas at all. So this helps a lot. And Friday, I will post kind of a customer photo, whether it's like a candid moment or like a posed photo of someone taking a picture at one of the tables. And a lot of people will tag our account. So it's really nice to repost because I think it makes people really happy to know that their photo's been reposted by the restaurant. And on Saturday, I'll take more of a restaurant atmosphere photo. And that means maybe it's from the perspective of the parking lot looking at our sign, or some kind of interior shot, which just tries to get the restaurant environment across to the viewer. So this is what my calendar planning template looks like. We can kind of go through. It just has the month at the top, and I will put out all the days. And to the left column, you'll see where I have a little placeholder for a social account name. This is where I would write Buttermilk Kitchen's Instagram. And below it in the blue box is where I would write any restaurant events or business events, and where I would write holidays to remind myself, and any notes. So let's say you're also planning a giveaway that week, or if you've collaborated with a local food reviewer influencer, that's where I would put it in the notes, just to remind myself of the upcoming collaboration. And in the white box under the date, that's where I write the theme of the post. And at the very bottom in the dark navy box is where I have my weekly posting themes. So I'm always referring back to them to kind of help me plan content quickly. So this is an example of just a week of planning and posting. And to the left is the content that got posted, and to the right is what my calendar looked like at the time. So going through, starting with Sunday, this was during Memorial Day weekend. And so I posted one of our burger menu items, and I talked with our bartender to recommend a cocktail to go with it. And so I wanted to do a menu highlight there. And on Monday, this one, as you kind of use this template, you can customize it to make it your own. So on Monday, I usually highlight a box if it's an ad that I want to run through Instagram and Facebook, just to remind myself, hey, you need to boost this post, or go into the business manager to make this an ad. So on Monday, we talked about our biscuit bundle, which is a retail product, and that was an ad. And Tuesday, it was another menu feature. This is a salmon toast on the menu. And on Wednesday, I did a pimento omelet, which is one of our classic dishes. I did a behind the scenes reel. So what you're seeing here is the cover photo, but the real video was one of our line cooks making the omelet in real time, which was cool to see. And on Thursday, this was kind of an event day where our chef decided to launch a recipe blog. So I wanted to promote that with our restaurant account. And on Friday, this is more of kind of a in-process repost photo from a customer of eating a chicken biscuit, which is one of our top dishes. I forgot to mention, at the beginning of the week, we had a giveaway. And so in the notes on Friday, you can see where I collaborated with an influencer and we announced the giveaway winner there. And so that's just like below in my notes. And then Saturday was another kind of restaurant interior shot in the kitchen where the food is ready to go out to the customer. So if you guys want to, you can go to the course landing page and download this template. I hope it's useful for your future planning.
So thank you, Sarah. That was terrific. That's a really great way to approach social media content. And I think that a lot of people are going to leave today's class with a lot of great ideas that they can implement right away to improve their own feeds. So if anybody has any questions for Sarah or for PosterMyWall, please leave them in the comments and we will get back to you really soon. If you'd like to download Sarah's social media template calendar, the link is in our class description and also her contact info. We promised you a promo code, and here it is. Use the code content30. That will give you 30% off on a new subscription to PosterMyWall and upgrade to Premium or Premium Plus if you're already a customer, or to extend your current subscription. It's a good deal. Please share this video with your friends and colleagues. And if you want to watch more PosterMyWall educational videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's it for today. We hope you're leaving with an idea that you can implement right away to streamline your content creation and planning process. Enjoy the rest of your day.